Hello, this is Nindy Kerr, and welcome to another Creative Corner video. Today we will be using the Party with Cake bundle, which comes with the Party Pop-Up Thinlits, and of course the stamp set. One note about the stamp set is the stamps are in there super tight, so you may want to stamp where each of the stamps goes so you can fit them all back in there without having to be an engineer. Alrighty, we will be making a landscape card this time, doing both the pop-up and the card front, although we'll be using it opposite of what it is. So let's get started, and I'll show you, tell you a few things about Thinlits. These Party Pop-Up Thinlits have little arrows. These points need to be touching your fold line. This is the point for the lower one, and see that little part right there? That is the point for the upper fold line. Anyway, let's get started and cut out our Thinlits. Okay, I'm using my magnetic platform and precision base plate. You can also use your multi-purpose platform and your precision base plate. Both of those you use along with a flat cutting pad. If you're just going to use your multi-purpose platform because you don't have the precision base plate yet, have all the tabs closed and use two very flat cutting plates. In fact, this one's starting to get a little curved, but that's what helps your cuts be accurate and get all the way through everything. For a landscape card, your card base is 4 1/4 by 11, scored and folded at 5 1/2. The card center is 4 inches by 10 1/2 inches, and we score and fold at 5 1/4. And we will be doing happy birthday on the inside. So we will line up our arrows. It is much easier to see your score line if you fold it first. And let me make sure I didn't move it. Then add our flat cutting plate. Run it through. Okay, we will take care of that in a minute. Next, we will be doing the Hip Hip Hooray. And this time, our Thinlit will be flat on the front of our card, so we don't have to pay attention to any fold lines. Just put it on, cut it out as normal. We will use our Big Shot die brush and the accompanying foam pad. If you'll notice, this is rather delicate and damages easily. So I've started putting a Kleenex on top to hopefully protect it and have it last a little bit longer. Let's do this one. This one, Hip Hip Hooray, you need to focus around these edges because there's lots of little swirly parts underneath there. And you want all those to come out. Hopefully this cut all the way through. Anyway, we will go ahead and usually when you can see little shadows, that means that it's coming loose. I need to make sure and do the words. And the score lines are on the side, but you should be able to just peel this off. If you need help, use your bone folder. Kind of wiggle it. There we go. We got most of them out. See, my cutting plate was starting to be a little bit curved. So I'll use paper snips on those when you're not watching. And just cut along the score line. Usually it's easier with longer scissors. So yes, luckily I've ordered me some new cutting plates. And just kind of smooth it out a little bit. And I think I'll do the H's off camera. Okay, now if we can save some of these pieces and use them on the card other places if we want. Or you can just throw them away, whichever. Okay, now along these, the end of these are the fold lines. And this always comes out a lot easier than the other one. Okay, to fold this, you lift your pop-up out, you fold this back, you carefully fold score lines here, and it's nice if you do them all by themselves. And these you need to pop up with your fingers to the end and fold them at the end of the cutting line. It's pretty easy. And fold it closed and just go over all the fold lines. Okay, we will attach it to our card base, and you always do the inside before you do the card front, just in case. I'm going to use Tombow. Just do it along the edges. You don't want to do it on any of the parts that's going to pop up. Don't get too enthusiastic. Keep it at least a 1/4 inch away from your edges, just so you don't have it squished through. Okay, line up your fold line, center it on the bottom. Well, I should say towards the top and the bottom, and this looks like it's a little bit crooked. So you will just have to accept that. And do it with your bone folder. You can use snail also, and the procedure will be the same. So, thin line up here. And you don't have to be super picky about where it goes. Oops, except for I apparently I ran over a little bit. Well, if you do that, you will have to use adhesive remover. Okay, no matter which you do, which adhesive you use, you start at the fold line, lay your card base flat, rub, starting at the fold line and getting those pieces. That way you shouldn't have it buckle. Okay, this nifty little thing is called an adhesive remover, and it removes most of the adhesives. You just use it like a regular eraser. Okay, there we go. Now we use our bone folder to lift this up and pop everything back up. Fold it at the center. Okay, what happened there? Guess I didn't quite line up the inside line. But it usually works out good even if you're not perfect. Okay, there we go. Alrighty. Now is the time to stamp. If you want to stamp in here, I am using Watermelon Wonder cardstock and Pink Pirouette cardstock. So okay, let's assemble the front of our card. I've put on some designer series paper, which is cut at 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches. I have added dimensionals to the back of both of my pieces. This is a 2 3/4 by 4 inch piece, and I've used the corner rounder on it. And I've put lots of dimensionals on here. Make sure and use the thinnest ones here, here, and here, and here. The rest of them you can use regular half or whole dimensionals. So let's put this together. Okay, flip this over. Find it usually works best to have fingers involved so I can line everything up. Okay, there we go. Do a last check to make sure the inside is right side up. And put it in at an angle, kind of centering it. And there we go. So, I hope you've enjoyed this. And tomorrow there will be another landscape card. And then after that there will be a couple of portrait cards using the Party with Cake bundle. So, enjoy! And, like today says, happy birthday! You can subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can also go to my blog at www.nindiescreativecorner.com and sign up for my newsletter, which will give you 3 exclusive projects per month. So, see you then. Bye!